in the top 5. Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot up in their own end.
This offense has it with really good field position. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a minute just to think about Minnesota. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise if these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QBs need to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. The quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and we'll see what they do to finish off this drive.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finding themselves down 7-0. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Anderson will throw and wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do. Because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. Off play action. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Anderson wants to throw. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Gordon. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Caught near the sticks. It's Snow. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
And that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You've got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find it to be open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to get it through the air. Dances away to buy time. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Converts on fourth down, still going. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here.
Touchdown, Penn State! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch it. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Anderson will throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. That's reeled in. It's Snow. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like it.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He's going to... There he goes! He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And it's touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it.
He smashes his way through again. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man. It's Fuller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Anderson will throw. The short hands. It's Gordon. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Lost a throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fuller. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Fuller. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Back up now. Here's second and long. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man. It's Snow. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Snow. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. With the catch, it's Snow. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half. You know,
and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Anderson wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Fuller. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And these slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down for this offense. They'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Barrels ahead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Anderson will throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner will be brought down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Look out. He's got room. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Plows through the defense. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Anderson wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Here's the pressure. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Defense in press coverage. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Connection to the right. On. And he just kept. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Hands it off. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few. Snatches it on the right. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. This will be picked off, maybe just turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Anderson will throw. Under fire. He'll pull it down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Gordon.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The offense lining up for a first down play. Making side adjustments here. They want to throw it. Tosses it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Jukes his way for more.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stopped.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Penn State 42, Minnesota 21.
Coming out with it, it's Kamara. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
A little screen to the running back. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Anderson wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. They finally get him on. But he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. Gonna run it. It's Gordon. Oh, he's got some space.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Boone. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Finds a spot in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Here's a heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Anderson will throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to James Madison.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Snagged in the middle. It's Boone. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but let's hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving.
Looking for the end zone. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swat.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Gets it past the marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right.
And they'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay healthy.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level than next time.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They want to run it left here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, going to the air. He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Anderson wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Buys a little extra time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Floats it out in space. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.